Hi all, Butch from Baker Archer Products. Today we're going to put together our unistrut kit. I had several questions about how to do it, so we'll kind of run through the whole gamut. So hopefully this doesn't bore you a whole lot. This is pretty much the whole setup. Here's the leg pieces. Here's for the casters. We got our legs set out. We got our unistrut, double unistrut set out. So I'll just start putting this together. And as I see things, we'll just put these casters together. There's some washers. The strut comes with all of this. It comes with all of the fasteners. It even comes with a little wrench. There's a little wrench that comes in the bag to be able to get underneath between the wheel and the strut, so you can tighten the nut. Anyway, this might get kind of boring as we go along, but bear with me. We'll like to put a flat washer under here, and then the nut. There is some block washers in there, but they're not very good high quality, so I don't bother putting them in. I just make sure I get these on. It's not like you're towing it down the road. These washers, there's a sharp edge and a rolled edge. I always put the rolled edge down towards the powder coat so it doesn't leave a ring. It's kind of something I do, not that it matters, but beautiful fall day out here in Idaho. It's October day. I wish I was out hunting, but we got work to do. Archery season's pretty much done for me for this year. I know the folks back east are still just getting anxious to climb in their trees. This is kind of the same. I took the liberty of putting washers on all of the bolts. So the head of the bolt goes on the outside, and we'll put a unistrut nut on the inside. We'll just kind of get it started, because we'll end up sliding them inside the leg. This should be the most effective, quickest way to do this, but you can slide them in there, slide them up till they stop, kind of make sure that the strut nuts are 90 degrees to the unistrut.
I might be able to figure out how to fast forward some of this, but today, this is how it goes. Remember, see the bolts go on the outside? See the nut under there? Make sure it's grabbing. This bottom one is kind of a little tricky. I want to make sure that it stays 90 degrees. This is probably the longest part of this. There's 25 bolts and unistrut nuts.
I like to get my unistrut from Fastenal. We got kind of a in there. Our local Fastenal, he delivers to us, and we're like 70 miles outside of the nearest town. Anyway, I'll start putting this together, but the unistrut, I'll put it upside down and I'll build it from the bottom side. Here's your leg pieces. Oops, forgot one thing. Is I'll measure, this is a 10-foot piece of unistrut. And I'll mark it a foot from each end. Doesn't have to be super exact, but it kind of helps later on when you're, if you ever get any stretchers. Well, remember the teeth, they grab the upper lip on unistrut. If you're not dealing with unistrut, there's a lip on there and that grabs those. I like to put this, you can put it in there. In there, where's my mark at? I'm going to put a foot from this side. This is the center, I call it a
center support.
Basically a center support. We'll put a chain on here, and that kind of helps support it. It keeps it from flexing when you're running your stretchers. You're running 400 pounds. You don't want the unistrut to flex because it causes the inconsistencies in your string. And I put this in the middle. Tape measure. Like I said, this is 10 feet. Put that in the middle just because it looks better. And OCD don't go crazy. Almost forgot one more little part. This is a chain holder. It just sits on here so you can put the chain in there. This is adjustable. When we put our chain in here, we'll adjust it. We'll probably end up loosening that up, but we'll go to the other end here and put the other leg on. I'll probably have to have the camera woman help me when we put the legs on. We'll kind of get things staged here a little bit. Don't put those in there yet. You're going to be able to see here. This is important. You can put them on this way, but if down the road you want to run stretchers down the legs, that's important. You can grab two. You get your 2 bolts. They'll go on the inside of the leg, and we'll kind of have to fish the. Here, screw that bolt. It does help to have some help. I just kind of let it hang down. Now with a little more help, kind of hang on to this, put the bolts through here. See if you can get your fingers in there. Or just push it flat against the bottom.
Yeah.
Alright, it started, didn't it? It should stay up by itself right there. Put the other two legs together. Forward or backwards. You can let it lay over on its side and that won't work. These you can bump them a little bit. Do the bottom one. All right, it should hold itself. I got this. Ain't going anywhere. Back the camera a little bit. And we'll put that together. Strong back, that's the word I was trying to think of, but anyway, the chain fits through there and it'll hold, so it's adjustable however you want to do it. There's plenty of extra chain. Turnbuckle, hook it through there. Make sure you give yourself some room here. And this is where I'll take and loosen this up a little bit. Pull that tight so I'm not having to play with the turnbuckle as much. Try to get my ratchet going in the right direction. Tighten it up. Wrong way. Now you can tighten your turnbuckle up a little bit. Tighten it up till you got a little bit of tension there, and then we'll move to the other side. Make sure your turnbuckle's turned out a little bit. Save myself fighting with that. These are all 9/16 bolts. interfering with this. Pull her tight.
Your thing isn't. No, but.
Oh. What the heck? All right. Like I said, you gotta. There. Gotta kind of watch the strut nuts so they stay. Tighten her up. Anyway, if you back up, we'll flip it down and put it on its wheels. I'm gonna roll it this way. There, you're ready. We have some trays and stuff that will fit in here, so it's nice to put stuff. But anyway, there's your unistrut kit. And got any questions, put them down below. More than happy to answer them.